Hello, this is Michael, and we are using Google Sketchup. Today we're going to work on something I call a three-face intersection. But first we need to understand what an intersection is. So we're going to use some of the tools that I showed before. Have a rectangular prism, make a circle, which we can then use to make a sphere. Hopefully this should work, and if not, we'll just use whatever it forms. Yep, sphere. And we're going to move these together. Oh, in this case, if you see, since they're touching, moving one will affect the other. But let's say we didn't want that. So we just select this, make a line, then we can make this into a group and make it independent of this movement. Let's say we wanted to move it into here. And I'm going to explode, which removes the group. And I'm going to right click and intersect faces. We can do the whole surface since it doesn't really matter where we're intersecting. And you can see that it made lines where the two surfaces meet. So we could potentially delete this, delete that, and you see part of the sphere is now inside this object. This is pretty useful when you're trying to move two different kinds of objects together. Now what we can also do then is form another rectangular prism. Doesn't really matter what specifications. Since we have the K button, we can erase things behind us because we only want these three faces. You can think of them as the top, side, and front view. Now we can say make some sort of object, whatever that is. In this case, maybe it's going to look like a wing. May not end up like that, but we'll see how it works. I'm just going to speed it up a bit so we can get to the end. And I'm just playing around here, seeing what kind of shape I could get. From here we're going to group each surface that we've made so that we can intersect two at a time. I'm going to right click. You can click lock, which makes any grouping component you selected incapable of being deleted or moved until unlocked. I'm going to select all and delete, which deletes everything that's not locked. I'm going to extrude this through. Gonna extrude this as well. You can see already that we have some kind of volume between them. Gonna make sure this is blocked. I'm gonna explode these two, and I'm going to intersect them with each other. I'm gonna select these surfaces and delete them until we have a product that we're interested in. You can see here we have the top side view as well as the side view. I'm going to now copy this and finish it. I'm going to make its own group. I'm going to edit this and extrude it through here. You can see that by having it go through it, there's some things that we're still deleting. If this works out, which I'm not sure it will, we should get a completely sealed object as well. So right now I'm just going to effectively chisel what we have remaining so that we just get the product that lies between them all. If it doesn't turn out the first time, you can always change it around, manipulate the faces. Although I deleted it in this case, I can go back and save the surfaces that I used, because it can be pretty useful if you make a mistake to just use those and go back rather than doing everything all over again. It takes a little more time when you're doing the last intersection, because it's not simply two dimensions anymore. The lines, most of them, are the result of the three different axes, blue, green, and red in this case, and the intersections that come between them. Okay, so what we have here is an interesting three-dimensional shape that you wouldn't necessarily know how to make just from making lines on your own. You can see that these lines here are all running in the green axes. Lines here are blue, and lines here are red, and that they intersect each other and creating this interesting 3D shape. So, if you can understand how to do that, you can make some pretty cool stuff. Thanks for watching, feel free to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you later.